Let's continue to unpack the college football playoff drama. We talked about the group of 5 teams, how there's 2 in the playoff. But the real thing everyone's really upset about was Alabama, Notre Dame, Miami. So as I mentioned, there are 5 automatic bids that go to the conference champion winners, but then there's 7 at-large spots left that a committee is deciding on. Basically, it came down to there are 2 spots for 3 deserving teams. Alabama, Notre Dame, Miami were all fighting for 2 spots. Here's the situation. Alabama plays in the best conference, so if you're winning games in the SEC like Alabama is, it holds a lot more merit than winning games in the ACC where Miami is. Notre Dame is an independent school. They basically are not in a conference and they make their own cakewalk schedule because they can, but they'll always strategically add on 2 games where they play teams with an actual pulse so that they have a resume to get them in the college football playoff. So the 2 actual hard games Notre Dame scheduled was Miami and Texas A&M. They lost both of them. Now, mind you, they were early in the year with a freshman quarterback. So week 1, they play Miami at Miami and they lose. So now Miami legitimately has a head-to-head win over Notre Dame. The season continues to play out. Notre Dame starts playing all their cakewalk teams that they schedule. Their stats are going like this. Their metrics are going like this. They're looking like a good football team. Miami, after beating Notre Dame, honestly didn't look that good for a while. They lost 2 games to really bad teams. So yes, they beat Notre Dame, which is impressive, but they also showed how bad they can be by losing to teams like Louisville. Alabama, who played the hardest schedule of them by miles, ends up getting to the SEC Conference Championship. Now, not everybody makes it to the Conference Championship. The 2 best teams in your conference make it. So it's a reward that Alabama got to play in that game, meaning they shouldn't be punished for tacking on an extra loss if they lose the game because they also played an extra game than everybody else. But Alabama ends up getting killed by Georgia, and this whole recency bias and realizing that Alabama is not the same team they were earlier just put this bad taste in everyone's mouth. Like, this team shouldn't be in the playoff. They're now a 3-loss team. And Notre Dame and Miami are only 2-loss teams. But everyone's saying, well, should they be punished for tacking on the extra loss? They also played an extra game. So again, it becomes down to comparing the resumes. Alabama versus Notre Dame versus Miami. Who should get the spots? You're thinking to yourself, Notre Dame shouldn't be in here because they play an easy schedule and they literally lost to Miami head-to-head. But all season long, the committee continued to have Notre Dame ranked above Miami in the rankings. And if you're ranked higher, you're going to be the one in the playoff. And everyone's like, why is Notre Dame ranked ahead of Miami? They lost to them. The committee was always like, well, their metrics are getting better, their stats are getting better, they're a way better team than they were week 1. They just like Notre Dame. That was what was starting the riots. Like, dude, head-to-heads should matter. Miami should be in over Notre Dame. And then everyone's like, well, Alabama kind of sucks, so maybe Notre Dame should just take Alabama's spot as the second team. But other people are like, Alabama shouldn't be punished for playing an extra game. Okay, my phone is no longer cooperating, but basically what happened was Miami ended up getting in the playoff over Notre Dame. They miraculously jumped them at the buzzer in the rankings. Alabama gets in, committee saying you're not punished for playing an extra game, and Notre Dame is left screwed, confused, and stunned. To the point where they said, we're not playing in a bowl game. That's how petty they were. And that's what happened.